We are rolling. It's Wheels Up on a barn burner edition here in early January. It's a Thursday. Going to call it a Thursday as it's a game day. And as you can tell, if you're watching along on the YouTubes, there's always something going on. You know, we're just so crazy and wild. We're out and about. Warner's in the back of a cop car.
I don't want wheels up. I don't want wheels up. I want wheels on the ground.
Roof on the ground, wheels up. So not your first time in the back of a cop car. What was it this time? Was it peeing in public again?
I pulled over to get gas. Yeah, had to take a whiz. Didn't bother to go inside. Figured we could accomplish both at the same time. But here I am. Free ride.
Yeah.
Didn't pay for the gas. It's a double whammy.
You ever been caught in the act doing that? Sorry, I just got to keep going on the peeing thing because I do have a caught by the cops while peeing outside story.
Twice. I've been caught by the
cops. Once for me. Just once for me. Yeah.
Once was literally, one was at the Stamps game and once was at a gas station. So, yeah.
It was at a gas station, yeah.
Yes.
But not today. Yeah, not today.
So that wasn't there. Okay.
Yeah, I was in Gilbert Plains, Manitoba, which is a small little hamlet of a place. You wouldn't guess there would be cops around, but the minute you got it, as you say, take a whiz, there they are, lights flashing. And I mean, come on, now we're all guys. Just got to. What's the harm?
Yeah, you're waving it around like what are you?
I'm not peeing on a hobo or a child. I'm just peeing on the ground here. He didn't see it that way. He was not. Is
he a pet owner? Did you ask him if it's okay for dogs?
I wasn't sure.
Like, come on here. This is extreme bias against humans. That's not very nice.
Yeah. How are you identifying that day? Perhaps you were a cat or a dog.
I identify as a dog today.
Yeah. Before you give me the citation, sir, I'd like you to know I'm an antelope.
Antelopes,
and I believe we antelope have certain rights. So you, Pinder, you've never run afoul of the law while urinating?
Many times. We're just, there's such a magnetic personality, though. I can usually charm my way out of the back seat.
No,
before we get into it.
It's not it at all. I've seen you when you are in the need of an epic piss, and you're not very charming. You do talk a lot. Well, you're hammered, but you aren't particularly. Now, I must say another observation, just real quick.
Yeah.
Is this a 3 dude wearing sunglasses show today? Is that what we're doing today?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What do we do? I mean,
3 cool dudes.
3 cool dudes.
That's all it is.
Hey? Warner, where are you going? What are you doing?
The shoveler, pass this idiot. Jesus.
I like how he calls her the shoveler. The shoveler, pass this idiot.
We're headed up to Port Huron this afternoon. We got the Brampton team. Then tomorrow, I believe we have Oshawa, and then Chicago tomorrow night, and then on Saturday at 2, the Barrie Colts. Look out.
Now, Did you say Port Huron? You kind of bailed out there. Okay, so Port Huron.
Yes, Port Huron.
Yeah. So you're facing the Schwa. Is it the Generals? Is it the Schwa Generals? Eric Lindros's old team?
The old squad. That's right. Big E. Yeah. Old Oshawa Generals. I think the kids' team is called the Generals. I think. Anyway.
Yeah.
Brantford 99ers, maybe. It's going to be good. It's going to be
So is this the oldest?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
this is exactly what you get. This is what you get when you play in the States. AAA is every weekend you leave on Thursday to go play games for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and hopefully Sunday. So it's
it fits into everyone's job pretty easily.
Yeah,
most people do podcasts from their car for a living, right?
Most people do.
I'll say this: I've been way off on my 4-day work week. Apparently, it's 3. Dean.
Oh, wow, that's a nice development.
Well, you're in the right place then. If anybody could adapt, I think it's you. Trimming from the.
Yeah, I gotta try and pull it off here and see what we can
going from that 4 to 3. If there's anyone who's built to do it, it could be you. Fellas, it's a game day. Get your helmets on. The Flames are in Nashville, Tennessee, taking on the Predators. Both teams have won back-to-back games. They're both in that mucky middle. Predators a little bit more or less mucky, I guess, depending on what their
They're
goal
better,
is.
man. They're 6
Yeah.
games over 500, 5 games over 500. Very impressive with
Yeah,
that
yeah.
group. Tip of the cap.
And it didn't look. I was, because I've got it here. I was just kind of looking this morning. They had lost, I believe, it was 6 in a row, and things were not ideal, as you can imagine, after you lose 6 in a row. Since then, in their last 23, they've gone 16-6-1. So
7-3-1 in their last 11. It's a nice little run for.
So I guess
Preds.
Andrew Burnett got a lot smarter, or maybe he got some goaltending or whatever. I'm not
Goaltending, yeah.
sure what it is, but Philip Forsberg, one of the quietest stars in the National Hockey League, he continues to do it.
Well, ditto the goalie too, right? I think it's the same for Saros, who was in behind Rene for all those years, but was great. And if you're a Flames fan, I think there are some eyes on Saros because he's Dustin Wolf sized, and there's not many of those guys in the league. It's a guy that you hope does well, so you can believe that Dustin Wolf will do well when he has his time.
But does he do that big jump in the crease like Wolf does?
I think that's Wolfie's. He might be copying Wolf now because it's so cool. But
it is so cool.
Yeah, if he did it with sunglasses on, he'd really be nailing it.
That's all he needs in the crease. That'd be great. Have a tinted visor on, behind the mask. Shit, yeah. Saros, 2.91 goals against, 904 save percentage, 16-13-1. Kevin Lankinen, the former Hawk, is his backup.
Yeah.
I see no reason for there not to be a Markstrom versus Saros match tonight. Now, I could be off, but I think both goalies are playing well. Both teams are winning. Rhett, you keep rolling with what's working.
I would say so. We talked about it yesterday. I got to think that the coaches and management are here to win hockey games, and Markstrom's playing too good to take out of the net. So
too good. He's playing too good until he plays poorly, and then it'll be, well, you overplayed him. Yeah, because now he's tired.
And then he'll come back and play well. But see, arrested him. There it is.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Too good.
There's also the back-to-back coming up, so you know he'll get a rest on one of those days.
Yeah.
Where is that back-to-back coming?
It's Philly, Chicago, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Both matinees, a little odd for this group, at least. For some of those American teams, that's a little more normal, not for the Flames.
You're going to have a heck of a time wedging these games into your schedule there, Warner, with all the other kid hockey you got going on.
Well, lucky I've got the DVD player there. Press record on that bad boy.
DVD player to press record.
You're recording the DVDs. That's what I'm hearing.
Back when we were kids, we would always record on our DVDs. Yeah.
You got to burn some. Yeah, you got to burn some DVDs.
He's got a burner.
Gosh. I meant to mention the other day, it's already Thursday. I was going to bring it up to you. I was at some friends' place over the little holidays there, and they were going to no, it's not the Max. It's the Circle K.
Circle K Classic.
Circle K something or other. This DuPont kid.
Yes.
Talk of the tournament.
Next level.
Mickey's boy is putting on a show for everybody this year.
Might be better than Mickey, which would be impressive.
Hard to believe.
You know what, though? People don't give Mickey enough credit. I think he won Defenseman of the Year in the dub. Yeah. And I think he was a hell of a player. But at that time, it was, you got to be big.
Yeah,
you're right.
NHL. He stays here. He doesn't go to Europe. Am I right?
100%. And has a hell of a career.
Yeah.
You got to be big and have long arms. And
wasn't he? Yeah, he was with the Flames organization. So Big D was definitely not going to take on a small defenseman, skilled defenseman, right?
No. Dupes had 88 points in 70 games his last year with the Kamloops Blazers.
And did he play in Switzerland? Because he piled up points over there for a while.
Yeah, it was the Swiss League.
Which team? Was he Zug? Lugano? Lausanne?
Kloten. First it was Zug, and then Kloten, and then played for the Berlin Polar Bears in the Danish league.
Nope, that'd be the DEL. That's the
Danish Energy.
Deutsche League. That's Germany. Berlin's still in Germany, not Denmark.
Whatever. The DEL.
That's right.
Where he played. Then who are the Dutch?
Baltic or Balkan?
Baltic region. Either way, yeah. Because I know that your son is about that same age, is he not?
When do we get the Buffalo kids in the Circle K tournament? What the hell? We could have sold tickets.
There's Bishop Kearney, which is in Rochester. They were up there.
There was a shit ton of American teams retro.
Stabby.
Shattuck. We lost a couple kids to Shattuck.
Yeah,
They were up there.
here.
Did they win? Who won, Phoenix or Shattuck?
I don't know.
Phoenix
And
or Shattuck?
I saw
Shattuck.
Phoenix. I thought for sure Hornachuk's kid would have been
Right.
on that team.
Different
But
teams?
I didn't see
No,
his name on the
that's
roster.
older kids. Nick's boy is only 14. He's not supposed to be playing up there yet.
But he's that damn good.
There you go.
He's that good.
Well, there you go. There you go. Look at me getting around to things from Sunday.
Man
By
about
Thursday.
town.
Just gonna say, are we gonna get around to the news of the day too, or are we gonna let that roll till Sunday?
No, we'll wait till Mondays.
Well, you know, I mean, it depends what you want to do. I know we want to talk about beer and we've got to talk about Phoenix.
Yeah, the
and
important
other
stuff,
but,
yeah.
I mean, whatever. But you know what,
Gotta
Ryan?
ask
Go ahead.
Rhett today.
Go ahead. Let's the news of the day.
At 10:01, the Calgary Flames and the Calgary Wranglers announced that Oliver Kylington is on a conditioning stint to the Wranglers, and then shortly after, Oliver released a statement. So there's Steinberg with the Steinberg bomb. Attaboy, Patty. Surprised he's up. He's usually sleeping at this
It's
time.
true, yeah.
And then Oliver released this statement, which I thought was awesome. I'll read it to you for those listening, not watching. I feel I'm in a good place with my mental health and ready to take another step forward. Returning to Calgary has been the right decision. I felt tremendous commitment from Flames ownership, management, and my teammates, and I'm appreciative of the support and resources made available to me. I also thank my family, friends, and the fans for their encouragement. I'm looking forward to getting back on the ice in a team environment and back to my everyday life. I have missed it very much. That is awesome to hear from Oliver.
Attaboy, Oliver. Attaboy, buddy.
It's kind of been a forgotten guy at times, and also like tough to talk about because you hope he's doing okay and you hope he could get back on the ice. This is another step in that direction. It looks like he'll be getting on the ice with the Wranglers, and depending how that goes, that's one step closer to being on the ice for the Calgary Flames, who have two defensemen under contract for next season.
Let's go. And as you say, Ryan, the first sentence is the most important. I feel I'm in a good place with my mental health and ready to take another step forward. Attaboy, Ollie.
Love it.
Way to work on it. And you know what? That's good. It's a good message for all of us. If we're struggling or whatever, just keep digging, keep working at it, and maybe it'll all come around. So good to hear that Kylington's feeling well enough and feeling like himself. That's great news. So that would be the news of the day.
That is, and that's
not that DuPont's got a good hockey playing son.
That was Sunday's news. Remember?
That was Sunday's news. Last week's news. So Nashville tonight. We'll get to it. Just some things I wanted to get to because I got my Origin gear on today.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Got my Origin gear. I got my Origin hat. People talking about it. We got some word that apparently it's been a heck of a good time over at the Origin tap room.
Well, it depends, Dean. I had someone reach out. They were there on Monday. No BBB to buy. They were out of the Barn Burner Blonde. I mean, how good of a time can you have without the Barn Burner Blonde?
Selling out. Selling out. Hey, we'll take it. We'll take it. People coming around. I know the boys over at Origin are happy. We've been talking to people that have been buying not just the Barn Burner Blonde, the BBC, but also the other type, the other ones that are on brand there as well, getting the merch. Everybody loving the BBC over the holidays. Am I right?
Dean, it's not a clonde. It's a blonde.
That's what I got right here. Right?
Okay.
You keep.
We did have a nice thing going with Origin.
There you go.
Dean
it was wonderful. Thanks, Origin. It's been nice.
Really good run. It was a good
well
2.5 months.
Well done on your part, Origin.
Pick up
the pieces.
Jesus, the comments right now.
It feels good. You got a BBC in your hand.
Dean.
That's good living.
Dean.
But so you said today is canning day. They're back at it. They are pumping out some Barn Burner Blonde.
Yeah, it's not a sad ending to the story. It's a really happy ending. They were out of Barn Burner Blonde, but only for just a few moments, Dean, as they're canning today. And it sounds like they'll have enough to throw them into kegs, and we could start to see this popping up at pubs and restaurants and bars around town. So bang your restaurant manager. Let them know you need the BBB on tap.
Bang your restaurant manager.
That's what they say.
And let him or her know that you need Origin on tap.
That was the Jim Rome thing. You'd always say, bang your monkey, which is like the guy running the radio station. Bang your monkey. Tell him you want the third hour.
Tell him you need the Jim Rome show. Yeah.
That's right.
And we saw a lot over the holidays. People getting on board and buying it and loving it. Of course, Mandeep over at BK Beaufort Liquor was maybe one of the first guys in the
He's a
retail
pusher.
space.
That's what he
right?
is.
He
Yeah.
really is. Yeah. He's really aggressive. We appreciate
Yes.
it, but you know, it's a lot. Like, look at this
So this
here.
is good. Okay,
There's
I've
Jonathan
compiled a bunch of
Huberto.
photos. No, this is
Huberto out
not.
in the lake.
So I told you we were out in the Columbia Valley. We
Oh,
go for a skate, and it's just a bunch of dads and kids playing pickup shinny. No mention of anything at all. And this guy who I've never met says, "Hey, you're Pinder, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah. How you doing? What's your name?" And he's like, "Come on over. I got to show you something." Opens his cooler, and what has he got? He's crushing the blondes and some homegrowns and some other origins. What an absolute beauty. And spreading the wealth of his pals. He had a little fire going out there. Kids are playing shinny. How perfect is that life right there?
Hero right there, folks. That's a hero on your screen right there. Thank you, sir. Well
Can
done.
you sing that song? When a hero comes.
When a hero comes along. I gotta get it. We'll get kicked off the YouTube if we did that.
That's too good.
Too good singing.
Copyright.
What do we got going there? Is that some cream of mushroom or something going in the back?
I was going to say, what's in the background there? What are we digging into?
What do we got going there?
Well, and again, they know their audience, right? Like, I don't think that's any coincidence that the fellows are throwing a little soup in the background. That got your attention right away, Dino. Is there anything
Should
better
you?
than a blonde
Is
while
it
you're
a
making
beer
soup?
Some sort of beer soup?
So
Pretty good.
When it hits your lips. That a boy, Lowell.
And by the way, it was now look at this. This is out on the West Coast. Does that not look like winter on the West Coast? Vancouver Island. Oh wow.
That's my boy Marty Barotzik.
No way. So
Back to Brandon, Manitoba. His old man, Rick Barotzik, was the Brandon mayor for a lot of years. Rick Barotzik, great guy. Marty Baracha is a good boy. Thank you, Barotzik, for getting it out there. Love it.
Marty. So we had Mark Lowell, and that's your boy there. So we're all over here. We're on lakes. We're out on the West Coast. Look at this. This looks like a couple generations of beauties having a pint right there. Pop looks excited too.
I'm getting emotional.
Pop knows how to tip them back.
Yeah,
he does. Yeah.
I wouldn't wear those pants outside, son. But you know what? You're with Pop. You're good.
It's
a safe space. That's
at
pretty
that.
awesome.
Bringing
Look at this.
people together.
Santa needed some apparently loading up before they hit the road at Christmas. How good is this?
So great.
Oh,
so great.
Yeah.
Love it.
It does look good on a tailgate.
Yeah.
And then look at this. Reaching into the fridge. That's a nice little stock there. I like it. And look, I think those are some raspberry.
The Rocky
raspberries in the back, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, they're good beer. I like that one.
Well done, Chad.
Attaboy, Chadley. And then look at this. Someone was watching the Christmas special. That is better with the beer. It makes a little more sense if you watch that show. With
Jar Rod. Somebody.
I don't know who he is.
Who that is. Yeah.
That it's, and I think the mayonnaise is just out of your shot there, Rhett. It's all you can almost see it there from the
keeping it hidden.
Are you bringing that with you, by the way? You're to go.
I gotta pick up more. I'm in Canada right now. I gotta pick up more Canadian mayo.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, that's good.
So there you go.
Pretty good. Now, what was the rule, Dean? Just to reiterate for everyone.
Well, you go online, originbrewing.ca. You'll be able to place your orders there. They make the deliveries into the city if you're not getting out there, or you can go to Strathmore. And again, I guess they were sold out, but they're canning that stuff today. It's going to be available. And like we've been saying all along, if you're having some barn burner blonde, you're at the lake, you're at the game, you're tailgating, you're at home, whatever it is, you show us what you're doing. Take a photo. You send it into our social medias. We'll put you on the show.
We'll put you on the show.
We'll put you on the show.
And we'll throw it in there. Oh, Georgie, look at this.
Jeez, George.
Georgie, you better not be driving while you're texting the show here. Okay. I see you in the comments.
In person as he is in the chat.
Georgie's got the bad limb. He's got the bad shoulder. He had the surgery. I got it all fixed up. I think he's got his own shoveler driving.
He's all gimpy. He's all gimped up. Come on, George, beat it. I'm trying to do a show here. We'll put you on the show. Thanks to everybody out at Origin. They are pumping out the Barn Burner Blonde and all of the and more coming. They got the Sutter beer going.
Yeah, Sutter beer.
And I got ideas for summertime.
Oh, good.
I do like a fun summer.
I'm sure they need your ideas.
No, they don't, but they'll get them. It's like anything else. Nobody needs any of the shit I offer. It's
like working with me, Dean. I got ideas, and you're gonna hear them whether you want it or not.
You're gonna get them one way or the other. Now this here came up yesterday. Right
Is that
here.
a fax?
Are we in trouble?
It's
Did
you
you
faxed
get
in your check for the fantasy football. So thanks.
Is that
I got
another C&D? What do we got?
Yeah. No. This here came out yesterday. Now we're a week away. Next week today, I don't know what this show is going to look like because we're not going to be on it. You want to know why? Because we're going to be flying to Phoenix. We're going to be in a jet plane. We're going to be doing one of those things, going off to Phoenix to watch the Flames and the Coyotes at the Mullet Arena.
Oh, baby.
And we've been telling you, it's selling out. Now, I have a feeling we must be there.
I think we're sold.
This looks like your last opportunity to get in on the Barn Burner Vacation, the inaugural Barn Burner Vacation. Our buddies over at Oodle Noodle. You've maybe heard us talk about Oodle Noodle in the past. We haven't talked a ton about it. They have one of the other studios. There's layers of the company, and somewhere in there is Oodle Noodle. And this is totally honest. I've told the guy that owns it, whoever he is,
Well, JD.
I really like Oodle Noodle. My daughter loves it. Took her there for noodles. Can we go for noodles? Yeah, we'll go for noodles. And they got spicy noodles, Mongolian. They got the kung pao and the shrimp and all. So good. And it comes in the box. You eat it right out of the little, like you see on TV, the little takeout boxes. It is really good. Oodle Noodle are giving away 2 pairs of tickets to the Barn Burner Vacation.
2 pairs.
2 pairs. It's 2 tickets. It says on the email, I got 2 pairs of tickets. So.
That's right. Yeah, no, that's exciting. So 2 people will be able to bring a pal.
Okay. So not 2 pair, a pair of tickets. These tickets include flights, hotel, airport transport, and tickets to Mullet Arena to watch Calgary and Arizona. Start piyacking your bags. There's some details, though, there. It's not that easy.
Yeah.
You see the little asterisk there, Pinder? What does that say?
I believe it says valid passport required, which
That's correct.
was looking like an issue for me, but happy to say, new 10-year passport in my hand before Christmas even.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Because we're going to wrap this thing up on 5:00 Friday, or I guess the 7th, right? So you got a few days here. That's good.
7th.
That's good.
It's Sunday. Okay, yeah.
You got till Sunday at 5 p.m. You will get a direct message from the FlamesNation account. If you've won, you need that valid passport. But here's what you need to do to win. Go to the FlamesNation Instagram, like the post, you follow Oodle Noodle and FlamesNation, and then tag who you will bring on the Barn Burner Vacation in the comments. Every time you comment is an entry. But you need to be following Oodle Noodle and FlamesNation and tag somebody. And then Sunday at 5, we'll pick one and hopefully you got all your business and details in order. And then in a week, you'll be jetting off to sunny Arizona with us.
Whew.
Decent.
Dudes, this is pretty awesome. We talked about it. It was selling for $12.99, double occupancy. The value of this thing is huge. Get in there. Follow the accounts, win this contest, come sit in the sun and hammer margarita and chips and salsa with guac with Rhett.
Don't be a dud.
Don't be a dud.
Don't be a dud. Yeah. If you're
a dullard,
don't enter the
bother.
We don't want huggers or dullards.
No. No huggers, no dullards.
The hugger
None of
just
that.
wanted a hug. I don't know that he's hugged you once. You think he's going to hug you again?
So there you go. Awesome. We're going to have that's going to be quite a flight. I look forward to it. It is a presentation of Alberta Blue Cross. There's only one thing better than sharing memories, and that's making new ones. And we will be making some memories. You know it. And we'll have Alberta Blue Cross to thank and to be part of it. Travel insurance from Alberta Blue Cross protects those memories and more wherever travel takes you. Go online, visit ab.bluecross.ca/travel for more information. Alberta Blue Cross, celebrating life's memorable moments inspired by hockey. So thank you to Alberta Blue Cross. Thank you to Oodle Noodle. I recommend, now I know they have the one, it's called the Hot Box.
Yep.
And they'll ask you, well, how hot, how many, medium hot or whatever. My kid got excited. He's like, I like it pretty hot. And it blew his doors off. It knocked his hair back. So just know what you're getting into. I like the Kung Pao. My daughter is big on the Mongolian, but they're all winners. They're all winners at Oodle Noodle.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong, but like I know there's a 17th Avenue location, which is very near the studio here and where I reside, but there's also a couple other ones.
1244 17th Ave.
Yep.
There's
so
another one.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, because they just opened another one. There's one in Airdrie. I've been to the one in Airdrie.
Is it Beacon Hill that just opened?
Beacon Hill, I believe you are correct, sir.
Yeah,
there
you go.
Correct.
So find the Oodle Noodle near you and hammer a hot box. Delicious. I like that when the spice is so high, you got to back it off. That's a place I like eating.
Yeah.
If I'm trying the hottest thing and it's not that hot, I'm done with you.
You know what they do, Retro? They make it. It's not like it's pre-made or anything. I'll have the Kung Pao with the chicken, please. Medium spice. Okay. And then they got the big kind of
walk.
It makes this kind of when they get the flame going underneath the big wok, and it's ting 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 ting, and the guy's back there. He's got the
it's very exciting.
Shit's flying in the air, and the chicken ring ting 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 ting. Oh, so good.
Boom gets excited. He wants to be. You know what? That's what you need.
Noodles,
big old a wok, noodles, but a big wok to try it. Ting 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 ting
ting ting, like a big one. You'd be like big.
Yes.
So I believe now there's a bunch of noodle locations north of us in the provincial capital.
Yeah,
these noodles are made specially just for Oodle Noodle by the guys that run Oodle Noodle. It's like a custom noodle. The dude makes it.
The dude is such a stickler on quality.
Yeah,
they were getting more and more of these locations, so he had to start buying and bringing in other people's noodles. He's like, this is no, this ain't working. Built his own noodle factory.
How about that?
They're making all their own noodles for all the locations. We were here the one day. They were trucking those things in fresh from Edmonton, taking them right out of a whatever van or whatever it was. Here's the fresh noodles. Here we go.
It's like Poe, wasn't it? Poe, the
That's
Jack
right.
Black. What's his name? Was it Poe?
It was Poe. Yeah. Every time I watch that thing, you just want to eat noodles. It's like,
oh yeah.
Right now.
Pinder's like, what are you talking about?
Pinder has no idea.
I definitely am. Yep. I do like Jack Black.
Your kids haven't watched that show. What's it
Kung
called?
Fu Panda, Ryan.
That's right.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Jack Black.
They'll love it if they haven't seen it.
I was going to say this. That sounds age appropriate.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Oh, they'll love
this
it
week. We're watching lots of movies.
And you'll like it too, because Jack Black's in it. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, he's funny. I like him.
Yeah, he is. You know, it's a nice movie, right? Because
Nacho
Poe
Libre.
is so innocent and silly. He's a panda.
Yeah.
He's a kung fu panda. Not spoiler
got
alert.
that part. Yeah.
He's not very good at it, but maybe he gets okay at it.
Oh, feels like I've seen the movie. I don't need to see it anymore.
No, you're good. What do you want? Now we can do a few things here. We can do a little bit of I Dig It.
Oh.
Or we can do a little something for McLeod Law. Or we could do the Pinder Report.
I'm ready to dig something, and I want to know what's going on in this day in history before I can really just relax and be ready for my Pinder Report.
Okay, we'll do both. We will do both. I'm going to start with a little bit of I Dig It. So just hang on, Jack, because this needs a little bit of a lead in. And in a weird way, it's also kind of a this day in history, but it's something that I am excited to share with you. Now, Finning Canada, Finning, the cat. Look at the rental store. We've been talking about Finning. Now, Finning and Cat specifically, a proud partner and sponsor of the National Hockey League. You see the Cat logo on the ice all across the National Hockey League. Finning Canada, the local dealer for Cat equipment built to handle work in Western Canada for heavy equipment for the job site. Visit the Cat rental store. Chat with the knowledgeable staff. Get what you need. Buy parts, rent tools, and power solutions. Visit Finning.com for a location near you. Thank you, Finning, for being on board. Now, this is a this day in history kind of a thing. January 4th, 2007. Now, I dig this for a number of different reasons we can discuss at the end, but this is my I dig it going back to 2007. I mean, there's a lot to like there.
Two of the best, by the way.
It's almost the forgotten part of that whole thing is the tongue lashing that Ray Ferraro gives Patrick Stefan on the back end of that whole thing.
Ray's phenomenal. Lou's call. It might be his best or most iconic call in the NHL.
Yeah,
it's phenomenal.
It's gotta be. Yeah, it's gotta be. I actually asked him. We did a sit down.
Yeah,
6 months ago, and he said, "Yeah, that's the one people certainly remember." And I remember when he was saying, you could just kind of see how Hemsky was kind of separating, and no D was expecting to have to play defense after Stefan skated in with the puck in the empty net. So they were all caught unawares, and I believe Dallas did end up winning that game. I was actually in the building there.
Come on.
That was during my 1-year stopover up there covering that team.
So fun,
but
remember those days.
Yeah, but as one of the mentions there, it's the Oilers, but I still dig it. That is an iconic one. I dig it as well. That is I dig it for Finning Canada. Your local dealer for cat equipment can handle all the work you can throw at it. Western Canada, there's nobody else but Finning Cat. Go to finning.com for a location near you. Buy parts, rent tools, rent equipment. It's the best in the business and the best people in the business. Who else but Finning and Finning Cat? Old Lou. Got to check in on old Lou. Canada didn't do so well at World Juniors. Hopefully there's some softball or something that's kind of keeping his spirits up.
Does love his fast pitch.
What were you doing in 07 there, Warner?
Dominating the NHL.
Dominating the NHL.
Dominating. Yeah. It was a year before they paid him to go away, I believe.
Oh.
Wasn't it 08?
Your
last year? Oh, buddy, I'm just teasing. Come on now.
You want to say anything about the shoveler while we're at it? Or
yeah, might as well keep on rolling.
Just right there.
Oh, should I? Oh, just tell her I say hi. We'll catch up later.
Excited.
Okay. All right, let's do the Pinder Report. I'll get to the other stuff in a minute. Now you've done it.
So was that a double up? Was that a I dig it and a McLeod Law at the same time?
No, I got a McLeod Law as well. Okay. Do you want the McLeod Law? Because I can do it.
Sure. Yeah.
Stay hot. McLeod Law. It's another date in history. This one is more on the Flames angle, I suppose. McLeod Law, Peter Klein, who I believe is coming on our trip. Can't wait to see Peter.
Yes.
Have him let his hair down a little bit. Those lawyers, did they have those long white?
Got to be careful with them lawyers when they get on the road. They get carried
He's bringing
away.
his party wig. He's not bringing his judge wig.
Yeah, bring your party wig, Peter. Yeah. Always good to have a lawyer when you're.
It's not the worst idea, to be honest.
Personal injury. They'll take the stress off of your shoulders. In fact, whatever it is, it's a general firm. We talk a lot about Peter Klein and the guys in the, disability insurance, but they'll do it all for you. Yep. Personal, business, whatever the situation is that has come up in your life where you need legal assistance. If you want the best and you want the best to be normal, down to earth, Calgarians, there's nowhere else to go. It's McLeod Law, McLeod-law.com.
As your legal advisor, Rhett, I would suggest you do not urinate on the side of that cop car. Thank you, Peter.
If I'd have known Peter, then I'd have fought that thing. $120 for taking a leak.
That's an expensive leak.
Jeez. In Gilbert Plains.
Yeah, of all places.
Get out of here. Nice little golf course, though, Ryan. You'd like it.
Oh, good.
Another this date. Happy birthday, Yuri Hoodler.
Hoods.
He could use the lawyer in a few.
In a league, Mario Giordano.
Oh my God.
He did a good job there.
I was there that day too. I was at that one as well. I remember.
You both were, weren't you?
Yeah. Well,
that when you? Yeah,
we were both in the city. Yeah. I was at the event.
Rhett, I think you were actually at the event.
It's why we were sent there.
Yes, you were covering the awards ceremony, Rhett. I know all you remember is Jonathan Taves sushi and a Stanley Cup, and it threw you off the rails.
That's where you were, I think.
He was pouting after he saw Jonathan Taves' sushi Stanley Cup party.
No, because I went for sushi at night. That event was during the day, was it not?
Late afternoon.
Still recovering.
Afternoon. Yeah, afternoon. But I think by the time I got out of there and found you, you were wandering through the MGM with your head hanging. It's like, what's the matter?
But wouldn't Jonathan Taves and the Stanley Cup being at the event?
There's lots of stuff going on there. No,
you know what? I'd have to look back. I don't know. You might be right. But I think there was some time between then and when I ran into you for sure. But yeah,
I was looking for that Bethany rookie card, that super rare one.
Yeah. You'd gotten yourself either invited or you worked your way into was that the Bellagio?
It's
where
over
was
the
the,
lake,
uh,
wherever the hell the fountain.
It's the Bellagio. So very
Mountains, yeah.
fancy. World-class hotel, some of the best sushi. And I'm guessing it was a big spread. It wasn't
Food
just
was
kind of
great.
those little, things you find at the grocery store.
More
Or
than
the-
a bento box, let's say.
Yeah. And then the night was ruined when the Stanley Cup showed up.
What are those Stanley Cup mugs that people are talking about?
They're big. I
They're
had to
a
get
big
one.
deal, man.
I had to get one for my kid.
Hard to come by, aren't they?
A little bit.
Hot item right now.
They're selling them for $400 and stuff on the secondary market.
Yeah, it's crazy. I saw people this morning.
That's
there was
gouging.
some Starbucks Stanley collaboration. People were sleeping outside to get them.
What is going on with people's lives? It's what?
Um,
Sleeping outside overnight for a coffee mug?
This one video had gone viral. Some woman had her car caught on fire and burnt, but then she went into the car after they'd put it out, and the Stanley mug was still in there and it had ice in it. It's like, look at this, my car. Well, you're still an idiot, lady. What'd you do?
That's true. It's a lot of free plugs there, isn't it,
Figure it
Dean?
out. And then I think Stanley bought her a new car. Least they could do. So, anyway.
So if I go light my rig on fire, I'll get a new.
Yeah, go light your rig on fire or your house. How is your house, by the way?
Don't do that.
No?
I thought you were going to go use it. Apparently you didn't need
I
it.
did too. Yeah, I did too. Anyway. All Hoods, 40 years old.
Not boring, that fellow. Not boring.
Not boring.
Makes me look
McLeod
like a
Law.
wallflower.
On social media, follow along at McLeod Law LLP.
What are you doing?
And if you're coming on the trip, say hi to Peter Klein. Make friends with Peter. You might need him.
Zabby.
You just might need him. Let's do the Pinder Report. A presentation of Village Honda. New in-stock inventory, wide selection of used. They're inside a dealership group. It's the Wood Auto Group. And if you don't have, if you go to Village and you talk with the sales staff, it's like, well, I was kind of looking for something like this. Hey, just 1 second. Let me do a little across the dealership group. Chances are we're going to find something that suits you.
Ding, ding, ding.
Over 70 units on site, more than 400 more inside the dealer group make Village Honda your one-stop automotive destination in Calgary. Up in the Northwest Auto Mall, your dealership for life. Village Honda presents the Pinder Report.
All right, fellas, we start with the news of the day. Oliver Kylington is on his way back to playing hockey. He has been formally assigned to the Calgary Wranglers, the AHL affiliate of the Calgary Flames, which is exciting news. And he earlier today released a statement that we read off the top of the show, or about 10 minutes in once we stopped talking about food for a while. Either way, exciting news. And I think a day that we won't forget, hopefully. This hopefully is a major, maybe a few years from now, this will be your McLeod Law, this day in Flames history, Dean. That would be awesome if that was the case.
That would be.
Let's hope so.
Okay.
There's been a lot of reasons why the Flames have been better of late. I think a lot of credit has gone to Jacob Markstrom. I think a lot of credit has gone to the improved line combinations we've seen. We've seen a great work ethic. We've seen a really strong Blake Coleman season. But guys, no one's talking about what might be the biggest key to success in the last week. Ryan Huska is 2-0 wearing sweater vests. It's 2 in a row. I'm expecting a sweater vest tonight. Let's make it 3, Husk.
It's cold out there. You got to stay warm. I like the look. Keep it up, Husk.
That's a pike bomb right there, if you can handle it. I hope you're seated, Dean.
Well, thank goodness I am. Now, I know because we watched Torts. Torts has kind of abandoned the suit. He's wearing more of the kind of 3/4 zip. It looks still, still
like
kind of classic.
jacket.
I'm not sure if he's wearing a shirt and tie underneath. He's maybe getting closer to what you've been preaching for a long time, Rhett, and that's let's get these coaches out of their goofy suit and ties on the bench. Look presentable, but you don't need to be wearing a suit out there.
He could be dishing out investment
Belichick
advice. He
can
could
pull
be
off what he did.
selling insurance. He could coach a hockey team. That's a good look right there. Very versatile.
Mm-hmm. Or out in the town. Look out, ladies.
I'm not sure if that's a Nashville setup, but yeah. That's
Hey.
smart. No bad time to be a sharp dressed guy, right, Rhett?
You'd stand out.
Nice.
Sometimes it's good to stand Uh-oh.
Yeah,
What's
you're
going on
standing out
here?
all right. No, you're okay. You're okay. Just give it time. We'll move. Here is the lines they will face tonight. Those of the Predators who have gone 7-3-1 in their last 11. Phil. Yeah, it's Phil Forsberg up top on the left with Ryan O'Reilly and Gus Nyquist. Okay, there you are. Those are
Gus is on a bit of a heater. He's got 9 points in a 6-game point streak. He's
Gus has
loving
been
life.
well traveled. Gus has kind of been a forgotten guy. You talked about Forsberg is under the radar. How about Gus? Top line Gus. Gotta love it. That is not Craig Smith who played for the Preds forever. That is Cole Smith with Tommy Novak and Luke Evangelista. That is a kid line right there, friends. Kid line.
Just for the record, I was going to say something about Cole Smith. I did not. Jinx not intact.
Well played. And we'll
'Cause usually
check
we-
on that. Anytime
Usually we
goal
talk
number
shit
right
or
now.
something, and then
Good
they come back and score. I
Good
resisted the
discipline,
urge.
team. Good discipline.
Thank
on
you.
your part.
Yep. It was Parsonen that did that to us last season. His
Yep.
playing with Sissons and Sherwood. And then the fourth line's got some meat to it. That is Trennan, Big McCarron, the former first rounder of the Habs, and Phil Tomasino. Phil?
McCarron already scored against the Flames this year.
Yes. And in our Betway bets later today, I'll tell you who scored for the Flames in both games against the Predators.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Yossi, Fabro, Lausanne, Carrier, and then the third pair, some vets back there. You'd love this third pair, Retro. McDonough and Shen. How about those leaders on the back end? It's a veteran third pair. Huh?
Like the Shen boy, because he's from Sask, so he's a
You
tuner.
can't dislike a Shen. If you don't like Shens,
Mike
you don't
Mc-
like people.
Mike McCarron's got 5 goals. Settle down, you big galoot.
He's a
It's,
first rounder, Dean. That's what they're there for.
I know.
Was he on pace for 12? Is that wowing you?
Former Hab. I just, you know.
He did pretty good in the Flames lineup then.
Yeah, this is the Preds run. I know it's not necessarily very easy to see, but safe to say 7-3-1. Trust me on that. They've done well, beating some good teams, and they've split the season series thus far with the Calgary Flames. Each team has a 4-2 win. The rubber match tonight. That's it. Season series over. They're done with Minnesota. They're going to be done with Philly on the weekend. They were done with who was it? Was it Jersey? No,
Dallas.
Dallas. They're done with. We're marching through this 82 game slog, Rhett. We're done with the Preds after tonight until they meet in the Western Conference Final.
Is that what happens as you play games? You get through the season and don't have to play as many.
You're working your way through the schedule.
I'll get back to you on that. I'm not quite sure.
Game 38. So just over the halfway mark.
Again, we'll get back to you on that. Here's your Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, January schedule. Just a reminder what we're looking at here for the Calgary Flames. There is that one Sunday game. Everything else, look at that. Rhett, you would just love this. Look at how regular and coordinated that schedule is.
Sundays are day off. You watch the football. Monday, you have a good crisp hard skate, play the next game, tidy up things on Wednesday, have another big game on Thursday. It's perfect. Let's do this all year.
Drinky poo Thursday night. Thursday's the new Friday. Then you skate it off on Friday. Game day Saturday. And if you curl Monday nights, this works perfect. Just say.
This is great for curlers on Monday.
Great for curlers, yeah.
Or bowlers. If you bowl, you can bowl too. Curl, bowl, whatever.
Yeah, totally. This question was asked by, I think it was Pike or someone on Flames Nation the other day. Tonight, we will have an announcement of the 32 first players invited to the All-Star weekend who should go for the Flames. Now, I've shown you the results of the polling, but you can feel free to pick A, Jacob Markstrom, B, Mackenzie Weegar, C, Blake Coleman, or D, a different Flame. Who would you select? And you do have to select someone from the Flames.
Somebody else, yeah. Somebody else has been good.
Big D? I don't
bounce back
anymore, Rhett.
Big bounce back year for somebody else.
Whenever
if somebody else is Sharon Govich, you could build a case. If somebody else is Connor Zeri, feel free to add that in there. Like somebody else could be Nazem Kadri, who's had a very, very nice season after the miserable 10-game start.
Blake Coleman.
Any multiple choice that I've ever done, I always choose D.
Yeah. Somebody else.
You like D.
You like D's. That's what they say.
Big D.
High school, a lot of D's. Junior.
Dating.
D to D.
Just throwing around.
D to D.
Throwing the D around. It's got to be Coleman, though, right?
So he doesn't like B's or C, B's or C. Yeah.
No, he does not like C's or B's.
Yeah, Coleman. It says a lot. It might be an indictment of the people around him.
Don't
But
see
what a
Ryan. Why do you
season he's having.
don't
What a
need
season he's
to,
having.
why do you got to do that all the time? It's
Talk
not Blake
about a
Coleman's
D.
fault.
Yeah,
I was
talk about
just
being a
saying.
D.
What are you being a D? Hey,
Having a career year. Love Blake Coleman.
well, now you
love
start
Blake
telling us
Coleman.
about the
Sure
indictment
sounds
that it
like
is.
it.
Don't worry about it being an indictment. Just let Blake Coleman have
Why
the year,
do
would
you
you?
hate Blake Coleman, Dean? Why?
Why do you hate? He's leading the
I
team
love
in
him.
points.
I voted
leading
for
the
him.
team in goals.
Yeah,
Let him go to the All-Star game.
it's a clean boy.
It's in Dallas. He's from the Big D.
It's in Toronto, and you're going to be there. Stop it. All right, tonight we talked about it. They're going to announce those 32 All-Stars
Tonight?
Is this one of those
Yeah.
big, like a big
Oh.
deal things where they're
Well, let's pull it
the
up.
bingo
They're
balls
talking.
and shit?
We got Penguins and
Pull
Bruins
it up.
tonight, which is this is a pretty marquee matchup. If you like teams with yellow and black jerseys, this is
Yeah.
like one for the ages right here. Steelers fan Jack is just. Let's go to the Jack Cam if we could. Elated with this jersey matchup tonight.
This is a great game. I will be
And-
watching.
As
One
you can
guy's
see,
wearing 87. One guy's wearing 88. Whew.
training
Right.
camp guys, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
Some young kids.
One
That's Pasta and
team's-
Sid there, fellas.
Yeah.
Good
One
players.
team's really good. The other one not so much, I guess.
And on at the intermissions, we're going to unveil the 32 first players going to the
Oh.
All-Star game.
Thanks.
Let's go.
Shut the front
And
door.
I'll be happy. I'll be very happy. Someone wrote on Twitter earlier, happy to see one of the San Jose Sharks get there while Cale Makar watches Nathan McKinnon get unveiled tonight and may win a Norris this year.
Yeah.
But I think he'll find a way to get there. So
Now they're
Good deal.
doing the draft again. Are
they're
they
doing
not
the draft again. It's back. I think they're doing it on the Thursday night. They do the draft. Friday is skills. The game is Saturday. This is all the very end of Jan into Feb for the All-Star break. The draft is going to be awesome. Rhett.
You remember they got rid of it because it makes the last player
Yeah.
selected looks bad. It's embarrassing. You know what? Life isn't fair. You're all millionaires. Suck it up, sweethearts.
Well, and so the first one they did, they had the red solos going, and you could tell the fellows they were doing a
Oh,
holiday
yeah.
spirits show. And the league is like, okay. And Ovi was just awesome. He was scheming for Phil Kessel to go last, and then the next year he like picked him first overall. It was all amazing. So the NHL had to shut it down, and it's been a decade.
We don't
right?
Why,
want this
why do they have
fun.
to?
Terrible. For
Oh,
you.
this
Get rid of
this we can't have any fun at All-Star Week, guys.
Kessel was fine
Guys.
with it.
We've got
This
is
very
sponsors. We need to be
serious.
serious here. Come on.
Remember,
Yeah,
Ovi was taking pictures on his phone as Kessel's sitting there by
Yes.
himself.
It was amazing. And they gave him a car. Last guy got a
Yeah.
car in the next year. Oh,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you know what? That's our toilet paper sponsor over there. We can't be having fun in this room, guys.
Loosen up, Gary.
Jeez.
You're ruining this league, Gary. Ruining it.
Dean, do you remember that segment we had on the old show called Old Friend?
Old friends.
We have an old friend to catch up with.
Do we?
Yeah, his nickname, Pool Party. Yes, Pugliarvi is back, baby, with the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins on a PTO.
Well, that's good for him.
I
guess.
guess. I don't know where he was before, but
Well, he
I mean,
was hurt.
I don't
He
want to
had
be in Wilkes-Barre though. I've been to Wilkes-Barre. It's
WBS, not a move.
a nice new rink they have, and actually the sushi joint was good. My kid and I
Oh.
went just for it was really.
What else do you
good,
need,
but
Rhett? You got sushi and a good drink? Come on now.
was the Stanley
And I
Cup
mean-
there though.
Who doesn't go to Wilkes-Barre for sushi? I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
Pugliarvi does. So we're wishing him well there. Interesting
Pool
cat.
party.
Yeah, that's what they called him.
That's what we call him, is it?
Not us. That's what the Oiler Hawks are calling him.
Hmm.
Yeah. Don't know if you knew that. Let's move along. Jack is involved in the Pinder Report every day, helping us cobble together fantastic tidbits of information and complete and utter nonsense. And as a result of Jack, we get Steelers information. Too much of it. More yellow and black. Black and yellow, black and yellow. Mike Tomlin, 17 years of coaching, 274 games. He's coached one where the Steelers were mathematically eliminated, and it's not going to be another one this week. They play on Saturday, Jack. How jacked is Jack?
Very jacked. Honestly, with Tomlin, it's a love-hate thing for me. Sometimes I want him fired. Sometimes he's the greatest coach ever.
No, Jack, just to clarify, that's not with Tomlin. That's with everything Steelers is love-hate with you. We've heard you quit them, rejoin them, quit them, swear off them, fall back in love with them like 9 times over, and we're not even done the regular season yet. It's been magic.
It's been a crazy year, but I feel like every year is like this as a Steelers fan.
Well,
That's why they've only had one game where he hasn't been mathematically eliminated.
But why aren't you doing more to help the team?
Yeah.
What should I be doing?
Wearing the
Well,
gear.
you
Look
gotta-
at Rhett. He's got a
Huska wears his sweat. Huska wears his sweater,
Yeah.
Sweater vest.
whatever.
best.
Like you got to find a role for the it's not dictated to you. You got to find a way to help.
Some
Figure out what
Steelers, some Zubaz pants,
Yeah.
something like you gotta.
Traditional foods, like something. Are you gonna make it a sandwich with fries on it or not? Come on,
I haven't
Pittsburgh.
really thought of that.
Well, you get
Now,
thinking about it. What
In
can you
those
do for the
17
Steelers?
years with Tomlin, there's been one Super Bowl championship.
Two?
Correct.
One. Okay.
So is that
Two
mushy
Super
middle?
Bowl
Like,
trips.
is that
You take a Super Bowl, Dean. There's lots of teams that don't have any.
I know.
Lots.
I'm just wondering. It's because there's something commendable about you've never had a losing season.
Yeah, I just think it's different because you can
Different
have
in
a star
football?
drafted in the second round every year in the NFL. Like it's not like we're
Yeah.
out of the top 10. Like it's a little different than hockey.
I think every year that goes on, more people are sick of hearing that stat. Like it was cool like 4 years ago, but now it's like they haven't won a playoff game. So, but this year they'll pull it off.
Yeah, obviously.
Obviously,
With Rudolph out of Christmas season. Good luck with
when
that.
they get there, because
Yeah.
they're definitely in the playoffs, right?
Now, here's an opportunity for everyone out there to be a little smarter. We're dumb animals. We're men. And
So
we
dumb.
need to understand where there are some 2-foot putts. Now, in this little skit here, this gentleman's talking about Tuesday, but there is no football game tonight. And today is Thursday. And there is Thursday night football pretty much every other Thursday, stretching all the way back into September, Dean. Don't miss this opportunity.
Hey, babe.
Yeah.
I decided that tonight I'm gonna skip out on Tuesday night football and take you on a date.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to?
Yeah.
We can go get sushi or something.
Yes.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
Sure.
Yay! Actually?
Yeah. I figured I'd put a break on football for a little bit, just because I feel like we watch it a lot.
Don't miss your shot tonight, Rhett.
I like the advice, but the fact that this loser actually videotaped this BS and then we played it is shameful.
Rhett, it's a PSA. We're
We're
trying
not
to help.
condoning it necessarily. We're just sharing the info.
We're trying to help our buddies. That's all we're doing here. That's a tutorial for men everywhere. Honey, let's skip Thursday night football tonight. Why don't we do something together? Just you and I. Or I'll
Gonna
be in
need
the
to do-
garage, whatever.
Can't do
you
anything
prefer.
Saturday though. Saturday I'm real busy.
Well, I mean, Saturday's always busy.
Slide's full. Yeah.
Look, it's Thursday. I can't be. It's 2 days ahead. Who knows what the world looks like in 2 days? I think we have to start a new segment. Not Rhett's debts, which still remain a bottle of booze for Frank Seravalli and $100 for fantasy football league dues. Stop being a deadbeat, Rhett. Please pay your dues so Boomer can get us $1,000.
Put the VIG on it if you need to. I don't care. Put the VIG. I don't care.
Put the witch on who?
The VIG.
The VIG.
It means start running.
Doesn't know that word.
Oh, he's got the interest. He's running juice on this. That's what he wants me to do. I don't want the juice. I don't want to charge you interest. I want the damn money.
How much the VIG? What are we talking about?
5
I guess-
points. What are we talking? A month?
Because I'll see you in Phoenix. What are we talking by then?
Two?
Maybe
Two
it has
bills?
to be American dollars. I don't know.
Oh, that's right there. That's like you just gained 35%, something like that. Dino, I like that.
Plus the
move for you.
VIG.
That is, yeah, totally. Yeah, that may be the VIG. Okay. So can I pay you the rest and pay everyone else out, and then Rhett can
I
just
don't
owe
care.
you the 100?
I don't really care what we do.
Okay, we're done with Rhett's debts. Now it's Boom's Hoops, a new segment where we watch
Oh, my
NBA, Dean's
Oh,
favorite league. Oh,
I was
my
up in the night.
Yes, here we are. Dean,
Imodium.
you were up all night thinking about this play. It's
On
like a
his
chicken
shoulders.
fight in the pool. He's on the shoulders.
You know, why didn't big dumb Kessler there just go with it? Carry him down the court for a little bit. Everybody would have a laugh out of it, and none the worse for wear. He's got a hey, get off of me. I'm serious hooper.
That's way up there too.
I
You're
thought-
sitting on a 7-footer shoulders there. Yikes.
I thought he was doing a wrestling move. He was going to put the legs around his head and twist him down, maybe.
That's Utah though.
Actually, Rhett, the wrestling clip comes up in about 6 from now. We're almost there. Almost Suplex City. Jack found this online. No, hang on. Are we doing the golf or no golf? No golf. Okay.
No golf.
Well, we were watching something. It was kind of going viral over the last couple days, and we've come to the realization we need to do more dumb stuff, like that stupid nugget thing. Like we got way too many people tuned in to watch that, and like we got to stop doing trying to.
I know what you're talking about because I got
we need
watching
dumb
it today.
stuff. We need dumb stuff, Dean.
90,000 people were watching golf this morning. Yes, I saw it.
Yeah, not PGA, not Live. Some dummy in a simulator.
Jersey Jerry.
Sure.
Jersey Jerry from Barstool Sports went into the golf simulator. He was going to go until he hit a hole in one on a par 3.
And
36
Rhett,
hours later.
Yes, it was 1 hour or 1 day, 13 hours later. Finally, this bastard gets to go home and sleep and find his own bed. That's the dumb shit we need to be doing.
I'm up for it. Stupid money is all it's what we used to call it when we were playing together. It was guys having a few pints. It's like, okay, everyone throw in a hundo. Stupid money. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Eric Bolt used to clean up on that. Like
he'd do anything.
Sticks of butter, like just anything.
Oh.
Now, are you going to be the money part of this equation or the guy doing the deeds?
It's up for anyone. It's
How
a
many
pile,
drinks
isn't
have I
it,
had? You got to work for it. Whoever's first.
All right.
Make a
Fair
decision.
enough. Yeah.
If it's a butter eating contest, that is Rhett's money. No one's going to beat him at that. That guy loves his butter.
Melt that shit up. Just
5 seconds in the microwave. All right. So we go to, I think this is a Kid Rock concert. Very exciting. It looks like a very festive place. There's a bar. There's a little stage. Ladies are dancing. I don't know if this is the shoveler or not, Rhett. I can't see too well. It's all foggy. She's climbing up on stage with the white skirt here.
loves live music.
Yeah. Loves live music indeed. And look, she's boogieing. And then, oh no, into the bar pit. But don't worry. She's back. Get on your bikes and ride. You did that where, Rhett? Or
I did that. I think it was Desperados. Was that the bar that was called over? Yes. Used to be over by
Ninth Ave. Just by
it was during Stampede, but I fell into the beer tub. It was not good. And then I got up and shot Brett the Hitman Hart with the nozzle or the gun.
Yeah. How'd that end?
I was
sharpshooter.
I was intimidated.
Yeah.
You were not the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be.
I got a look and I was like, yeah, okay, sorry, Hitman.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. I loved your work, by the way. Sorry about that screw job in Montreal. I really felt for you.
Huge.
There you go. Huge.
Was this the wrestling thing you were talking about, or was this just happened to make its way in?
Oh no, we got wrestling coming up. This isn't even it. We got to get to Christmas gifts though, because the shoveler and Rhett got one of the kids one of these little motorcycles, didn't you, Rhett? But you got to test it out, make sure it's working before you give it to the kid. And I think the shoveler was keen on it. I don't know that she'd do it again though. Now, Rhett, luckily that bike didn't land on the shoveler. How's she doing? And avoided the real head snap. That's actually a pretty nice dismount, all things considered.
It's the one thing about being really liquored up is that you stay limber and loose so that you just roll with those falls. So it's
nothing tense here. Very loose and limber.
Very Gumby. For about the first 2 or 3 seconds there, I thought, okay, this is one of those because they're holding on to the handlebars, kick up and do a thing and a spin. Oh no, that's not what this is at all. You're in a bad way.
But she's driving and obviously not too concussed. That's great news. Excited about that. It's good to hear.
Dumb money.
Yeah, this is just straight dumb. No, we've seen a few of these around Thanksgiving time, but you got to be careful when you deep fry your turkeys, don't you, fellas?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is, but it's like if you don't put it in slowly, it's trouble.
Wait. Breast side down. Okay. You good? Yeah. Slowly. Woo!
Yeah.
Oh,
Jesus.
That's going to leave a mark, fellas. That's hot oil.
Okay. You good? Yeah. Slowly.
Yeah.
Oh, there's just no way that guy doesn't have burns the rest of his life. Oh.
Almost that's so incredible. I almost feel like it had to be staged or something. I've never seen. You see them catch fire, but never explode. Oh my god!
Quite something.
When are people going to stop with this?
Never.
Because it's not that good that you have to do it all the time, right? Like when you've deep fried one turkey, you're like, okay, sure.
That guy's not doing it again. He's done. He's not
like.
Yeah.
How many homes have to blow up before we put the end to this?
Yeah. If anything, it's almost worse because of the cleanup, and you got oil splattered everywhere. Then what are you doing with this oil? It's all over you. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, by all means, guys, keep doing it.
Now, fellas, we're not watching Thursday Night Football tonight. We're going on a date. Maybe it's time to take your wife for a walk, Dean. She loves going out for walks.
Loves it. Yeah.
It's romantic.
Really does.
Wanted a romantic trip, so I took her to Suplex City.
This much, all the girls don't feel like this.
What a gentleman.
I know, Suplex City, all the way there.
I did that to my aunt when I was like a teenager in Saskatoon. And I'm not even joking.
You suplexed your aunt?
I suplexed it was more of a body slam, but same general principle.
Into
right cheek sneak?
No, it was Auntie Karen. She's just a tiny
okay.
little thing. Yeah. Tossed her around.
In the snow or where? Like on a.
Yeah, into the snow. Yeah. Pile driver.
Auntie K, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Auntie K had a bad back for a couple days after that.
I bet.
Yeah. Well, it's Suplex City. That'll take it out of you.
You're a fun guy. You're hilarious.
Now, speaking of fun guys, Dean, you got caught on tape on your last date. We got a quick little peek. Someone had the phone kind of hidden and not a lot of visuals. So have a look. He's got the candles at Costco.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a two-banger. You dressed the table up with a nice cloth. You got candles. Look at you.
Seated on the same side, right? It's kind of
it's romantic.
Kind of special. Yeah. And you can buy all of that at Costco. You don't even need to take it there. Just go through the till, open her up. It's super convenient.
Yeah. And you get the right time of day. That looks early or late. Like that's there's empty tables there. You
get that seat next to the cinder block wall.
They don't do reservations. You have to be ready to show up and get there early.
Yeah, you got to be careful around noon because it's going to get backed up.
Looked like it was the wings, not the hot dog there. Looked like he was kind of,
There's options. That might have been an appetizer, Dean.
Maybe appies. Yeah, could be appies.
You know what? My treat tonight, honey. Let's start with a few appies.
Yeah, I got $5 just burning a hole.
Is that the wings? $5? Now I think Rob Ray had overconsumed the other night. We got a video. He's mad about that last video you released, but
he doesn't drink
this
coffee,
one.
But when he does,
this one you might be more embarrassed about, even though he's the one that overconsumed. So there's Rob. He's having a tough go. There's Rhett coming in behind. Rhett's so he sees him honking. What are you gonna do to help, Rhett? Oh, jeez. And for those listening, that clip is called Puke Hump. That's so helpful, Rhett. Rob's down and out, and there you are. How's he going to feel bad when that's happening?
Still love you, buddy.
That's right. See? There's some sort of someone saw our holiday spirit show and they tried to copy it, Dean. Because it's just
told them not to.
Innovators, right?
It's viral.
But people don't realize that we're just actors. There was obviously no drinks in those cups. And if you tried to do them with real drinks, shit would happen.
Yes.
So look at, they're doing their holiday show. Everyone's doing it. Oh. Now watch this again. So second from the right's our guy. And there's a can in front. I don't know if they're expecting a puke or not, but he's just oof.
Oh man.
That's some whiplash, Dean. Funk. Oh.
What happened to that poor soul?
He just
you know what? It was his equilibrium.
Yeah.
Went off because he put his head way back and as he
crystals in the ears. Yeah.
Yeah. That's whiplash for sure.
Ooh, that's tough. And the neck went back, but it also wham at the end, right into the ground. Like that's a double whammy. That is no
You're
good.
gonna need that infrared mat that I got. That fella.
Yeah,
You might
grounding
need
mat.
two, right? And finally, I don't know that this is funny or impressive or scary or a little bit of all the above, but this happened in a Nevada court this week.
But I think it's time that he gets a taste of something else because I just can't with that history. In accordance with the laws of the state of Nevada, this court.
So they're sentencing, and someone was not granted the probation or parole they were looking for. And when the hearing is read out, this man pulls one of the greatest athletic feats we've ever seen on camera. He hurdles over the desk.
He blocked the kick.
He got over the line of scrimmage, blocked the kick.
Didn't touch anybody.
And he was right in there on the quarterback, just as the
blocked
ball
field
arrived.
goal.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And
Can I just say, like, the reaction time of the others in the room, this guy is either Flash or these people are real slow. They didn't.
I think he's the Flash, Rhett, because no one thinks he's going to clear that. And you can see at the bottom of your screen, the guy's diving at him. He just misses a shoelace tackle as he jumps over the line of scrimmage there.
Had some Candy Crush going, probably, right? The guys are like, they'll just gonna get some DoorDash tonight, maybe. Once this is done, we got a couple more cases, and then where is he going? Oh, geez.
Oh dear. Yeah. Judge
Buddy.
Judy's gonna need a little time on the IR. We're sending.
Do
our
we
T's
have
and
the
P's to-
final verdict? Like, did she add on after? Like,
He did not get the parole. He might have
I
had a little
feel
more
like,
added
yeah.
on.
It didn't sound like it was going his way to begin with. I'm not sure if he righted the situation or if I'm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I
she
think
went the
sloppy
other way.
solutions,
She
right?
said, "I didn't realize that you were as passionate about this."
Now, you've made your point.
Let's call it a day.
You look like you're ready for society.
Everybody
Dean.
go home.
I feel like you've learned your lesson. Back into society with you. That'll do it for today.
And already, Jack's reached out trying to connect the Steelers to this guy. He could help on special teams.
Sure could.
That's like the Troy Polamalu, like when he
That's right.
jumped over the line of scrimmage.
Yes, that is the Troy.
Yeah.
He was great at that move. That's very enlightening, and now you're smart.
We're not condoning that type of behavior.
No, we're not, Dean. We just said T's and P's to Judge Judy. We hope she's
T's and
feeling
P's,
better.
Judge Judy. If you're in a courtroom, behave yourself. Don't do that sort of stuff.
That's right. And if you're looking
Yeah,
for a
there's certain
vehicle,
places where it isn't fun, and the courtroom's that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Bad place for that.
be nice to judges. Buy your vehicles at Village Honda, whether it's pre-owned, where they have access to over 400 in their dealer group team, or brand new, where pricing is MSRP on all new vehicles.
Always
Northwest Auto
MSRP.
Mall. Always. Or at
And they're your
villagehonda.com.
dealership.
That's
Yeah.
your other option.
Your dealership for life.
Listen, that fellow took a different approach. When I met a judge, I let them live at my house for free. This person attacked that. Each their own.
Live at your house
Yeah.
for free.
And that guy either really likes jail or he hasn't learned his lesson yet. Sadly. Sad note to end on. Sorry about that, fellas. Really took the wind
That's
out of it.
terrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who'd have thought the guy snapping his neck back would have been the softer way to end that?
I'm just glad the shoveler feels all right after that motorbiking thing. That was tough.
Yeah. Let's do a little bit of Ask Rhett. I'm kind of disappointed we didn't get a lot of reaction. I thought we were going to get a little bit more, but we'll get
Well,
into
people
it.
can comment. People are watching live.
Yeah, people can comment. It is time for Ask Rhett, a Calgary tradition just like Bonton Meats. The Bonton Meat Market opened all the way back in 1921, and they're bigger and better than ever. I saw it firsthand. They treat everybody so great. They had 24. I went in there on the 23rd. I think Greg said he has 24 staff, and they were rolling people through there. They had all their orders lined up and figured out the best quality meat, poultry, lamb, beef, whatever it is. You're getting the very best, and you're getting the best service as well. Calgary Consumer Choice Award winner for Best Deli Meat Market just continues to roll. 28 Crowfoot Circle in the Northwest. BontonMeatMarket.com is the website. It's time for Ask Rhett. This one came in Sadly, just a little bit too late. I think Glenn wanted a little bit of advice before the big Christmas meal. But he was asking, hey, Rhett, Ukrainian cabbage rolls, the small ones with very little pork, smaller ones, or the big, thick German style that are 50% beef and pork? Which do you prefer?
Again, these food questions, they can be trick questions because I prefer both. But it's I'm going to eat a ton of them, so it's probably easier just to eat the big ones.
It does feel like a trick question. I'd feel like D, all the above, is Rhett's always multiple choice answer.
Yeah. I got shut down on cabbage rolls by my wife.
What?
Listen, the fact that you just said that, I want to take you off the air.
I know you do. I know.
I want to mute your
Shut his
mic.
camera off.
Shut his camera.
Take him off
No.
screen.
Go
Take
back.
him off screen, Jack.
Get figured out.
You're done. You can't
D-U-N.
have some respect for yourself. No cabbage rolls?
And you know what, Pinder? The saddest part about this all, the fact that bugger was bragging about his Christmas meal.
Come on.
And it wasn't even what he wanted. Good God.
Show some respect for yourself and your heritage.
Dean,
outside.
Out.
I'm doing the thing.
Out.
No, you're done.
Jeez.
Yeah. No, you come back when you're ready to apologize.
For how long? How long?
Jack, how long? 5 minutes?
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Take your phone and just disappear. Show some discipline in life.
I've never been kicked out before. I do the kicking out.
Yeah. All right. Cut his mic. This is nonsense. Rhett, let's go to the comments in the. Get out of there. Shut his mic.
Are you gonna text?
Mute him.
Are you gonna text me?
Mute him. Mute
I can't
him.
hear you. Can I
Mute him. Yeah, he's done. Okay. Hey, Rhett, how do you see the Monahan trade panning out? It's a hockey question, Rhett, but Sean Monahan.
I've hated the Monahan trade since the Monahan trade happened.
Yeah, it did feel like, did that have to be a first? And apparently,
and if you're going to piss away a first, why? Yeah, if you're willing to piss away a first, why weren't you clamoring to get first? Like, if they'd have done that, I'd been like, okay, well, at least they used this for that.
Well, just hang on, just say that again. So, because you cut out right when you were getting heated there. So you said if you were going to do,
if you knew you were going to try to get rid of Monahan,
yeah,
and it was going to cost you a first, you should have traded Giordano to get that first to get rid of Monahan, because if you were getting rid of both those guys anyway, it's just a wash. Then I'm not as upset. But you didn't trade Giordano to get the first, and you got rid of a first. It's basically 2 firsts, in my opinion. Dumb.
Now, we don't know about that first. There's a lot of conditions that are in place on this trade. It's one of the most convoluted trades of all time. But the most likely outcome is that is Florida's first rounder, not this summer, the following summer, not the Flames. That's the good news, Rhett, is that's your most likely outcome. If this is a very high pick, it will still remain with the Calgary Flames. And I don't see the Panteros picking very high. I feel like they'll be 20 to 32. But still, it's a first.
Left. Yes, it's a first. And you had
1 year
left. Eat it.
Yeah.
Just let them figure it out. Put them on IR if you can't play.
Hey, Rhett, you're a father of boys. Is a bunk bed a good idea for a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old?
It's good for a while, but then you get pissed off because it's hard to change the sheets. And it's
the top bunk is the worst.
Yeah, it's I would go with 2 small, if you can, 2 smaller beds and just put it. We've got a big old bunk bed in one room in Calgary, and it's fun, but it's not. No, don't do it. Don't.
Bunk beds are fun for holidays. Bunk beds are not as fun for everyday life. Now, if you need to out of necessity, that's fine. We get it. If you have the option to not do it, that's probably a better move for everyday stuff. If you're at a cabin, you're vacationing, sure. Cool. Make a fort. Rhett, I need your thoughts on peppercini peppers. These are the yellow spicy peppers that people will use as garnish on Caesars or maybe in nachos. What are your thoughts on peppercini peppers, Rhett?
Love the peppercini. Love them. Delicious. I'm not going to eat them all the time. You get some cheese, crackers. You get a Caesar. You get a charcuterie plate.
Yes.
Yes, please.
If you ever go to a deli where they make sandwiches, They'll throw one of them bad boys in there if you're well behaved. They'll just put it in that wrapping paper, the red waxy paper. They'll just throw one in there for you right on top of the sandwich. That's a move.
Love.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Insight into Dean's life.
Rhett, do you own an air fryer? If not, you've got to get one. This is kind of an ask, Rhett. Do you have one, Rhett? Do you love it?
I got one last year. I don't use it.
No, is this the weird one that's like a pot as well? Because that feels like a fake air fryer.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's multifunctional for sure.
So maybe they just half-ass two things rather than making one super item that does two things well.
I don't know. I hear lots of good things about the fryer, and I've used it. I'm fine with it. I'm kind of if I'm going for wings, I'll go for wings. If I need some fried food, I'm gonna go get
Leave
it.
the house. I will say this. People try to do fries at home and people try to do wings at home and they just don't stand up. The air fryer is a game changer for that. It's amazing how good the wings can be at home.
It is. I get that you can do it. To me, wings aren't a staple food. They're they are a go out for beer and wings kind of thing.
Right.
So
this question coming in from Dean Molberg. Can I come back yet?
Jack?
What do you guys think?
I think he's learned his lesson. You better apologize out of the gate.
You know what? I want to hear his explanation for this BS. So let's let him back
you're just
in.
going to time him out again. You're not going to like what.
That's
happened.
fine. That's
okay. Yeah, all right. Bring him back.
All right, boom, come back.
Yeah. Okay, boom. Yeah. You're
Anything
fine.
else? Let's have one.
Another question coming in from Dean. What the H? That's a Ask Rhett question for you. What the H?
HU. What the H? Dean.
Another question from Dean here on Ask Rhett for Bonton Meat Market. Now? Yeah.
Well, if you don't hurry up, it ain't going to happen.
Yeah, now's the time. Yeah, okay. Come on.
He's not outside anyway. He's cheating. It's like going to the penalty box but sitting on the bench.
So you're saying he hasn't served his time? He needs to stay longer?
He can come back, but he didn't really go outside. Outside's outside.
All right. Yeah, I think it's probably time. Probably time. I have a question for you for Ask Rhett for Bonton Meat Market. Rhett, how much longer is this drive? What are we? Have you done the border? How are we clocking here?
Well, we're through the border. We're in the middle of frickin' nowhere, Ontario. So we're just cutting through on our way to Michigan. So it's what time is it? 1:30, another hour and a half.
Did you do the border while you're doing the show, or did you start the show after the border?
No, we were just across the border. I said I want to get through the border before the show starts.
Yeah, there.
Because those borders, they don't piss around.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's probably enough. All right. Yeah, there's Dean. Yeah. That's not his best angle right there. Yeah,
he's got access to all the questions. So
seems harsh. That's not a question, Dean. That is not a question. It's Ask Rhett. Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to text him? It's a double minor. Where are we at here?
Let's go.
Yeah, it's time.
Move it.
Yeah. I'll text. I'll send him a note here. Okay, it's time.
I can see I'm on the thing. You got me on the thing.
Yeah, it's time. Yeah, you're calling him? Yeah, let's put that to the mic. We can hear that.
Hello. Can you come back now?
Yeah. Hey, look, it's a tough job. I understand a bit of what George Peros has to go through now. It's not easy, Rhett. Who I think is frozen, by the way. Oh, there. Not easy handing out discipline, Rhett.
I mean, cabbage rolls, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear this BS that you're mumbling about.
I was doing some running around. It was again on the 23rd. And
It's lumpy.
well, where we go to get our pierogies, and I don't want to say where because they're not a sponsor. But you can also, they have a little seating area so you can sit down and eat while you're there. My daughter had the cabbage rolls. She loves them. My wife took a photo and had sent it to me. And then I was thinking like, oh, cabbage rolls. I know the daughter likes them. We like them. And I sent the text, I'm out. Should I get some cabbage rolls? Now, in fairness, we're already doing pierogies and mashed potatoes and stuffing. Like there's a lot of food. And she just said, no, there's already too much food. So I didn't press the issue.
You're weak.
Did you really have to ask for permission, Dean?
Yeah, you're weak.
I was just looking for.
You
It's more of
bragged
a
about
sound.
how you hit it out of the park, and it wasn't even what you wanted.
It was good. There was no cabbage rolls. Can I make it up to you? Like Ukrainian Christmas is right. Is
it coming up?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm okay with that.
I'll have some Cebulia and Petahe. We'll do it all up.
Parrot head?
Not parrot head. Jeez. We could have just like would that could have sufficed, right? I guess.
No. Not after you're bragging and how great you have. Then you're asking permission to make cabbage roll?
After all of these
What
years,
world
out
am
of
I
all
living
the stuff we've done, that's what got me kicked out of the room for the first time.
I'll show a little respect for yourself and your heritage, Dean.
Jesus. So where are we? Are we what have we done or what?
Yeah, we're
Wonton meats, Calgary tradition since 1921.
There's one more, and we do need to get to the bottom of this. Our buddy Deeper from
Deeper
for Liquor. Hey, Rhett, what do we have to do to get you on the squad for the Jasper Pond Hockey Tournament? Mandeep is booked. We got RJ and Jack coming up. Dean is on IR. He's got was it hamstrings or calves? What's the issue?
Attitude.
Hemorrhoids.
Hemorrhoids. He's on the IR with hemorrhoids.
My hip and my hemorrhoids.
Your hip?
Yeah, my hip and my hemorrhoids have flared up. I can't fit either of them into a skate right now.
So there is a spot open on the roster, Rhett.
Two things, Deeper. When I do, you're going to have to get me into a stem cell injection real fast so they could kick in, or some sort of shoulder replacement surgery. Not sure how I'll heal up in time, but that. But more importantly, the amount of flack I take when I do happen to play some sort of hockey is staggering. You would be ultimately you would be just hugely disappointed. There's the fact I played in the NHL has nothing to do, and don't let it fool you. It has a skill. Yes, I stepped on the ice in the NHL. The last skill that's in this body is I can fill a room. And like I wasn't out there stick handling. I touched the puck 12 seconds a game. This 3-on-3 stuff, the puck's on your stick all the time. Not my style.
There's no glass.
No glass.
It's tough to go glassing out on a pond, isn't it?
No, was it 3-on-3 or 4-on-4, Ryan?
Well, yeah, it was the bigger nets, and I think it was 4. I'm working on the roster right now.
Like last year, it was like small space.
Yeah,
4-on-4,
big nets.
It was about like having to be real shifty and stuff.
That's why Deeper was such a weapon. Those paws.
Deeper was so great.
Yeah.
Silky mitts. Pinder, you're not giving yourself enough credit. Pinder's flying around. He's got great mitts, good wheels, tenacious. Wasn't going to let us lose.
We had Mosser at the last line of defense, and I've never seen a guy get his skates on so many pucks. Like former goalie for the Calgary Flames, former Russian Super Elite League star with Haberovsk.
Jared got concussed.
Oh, the Wolverine.
Yeah.
You took it hard, right on the coconut.
Landed right in his head. Absolutely concussed. So
it was we're filming. I don't know. I feel like we got something with Jack here. He's been quite humble but soft spoken, but I think he played some high level hockey. And I don't know what we're into with RJ. I'm a little more concerned, but you can't have 4 man deeps out there. You got everyone's welcome.
Gotta have a role.
Yeah, that's right.
Now you did a lot more scouting last year. Have you? I feel like you're kind of mailing this in now.
I've been
you were not
burning
going
the
up
phone
there
last week.
Because
Last week I've been
isn't
doing it.
Leafs Nation, like Rose Hill is going up and the Daily
We're-
Faith, they've all got a team. This is
we're
not the
gonna
time
get,
for you to be resting on your laurels.
As GM of the Flames Nation hockey team, which did indeed beat Oilers Nation last year, despite an incredible atrocity of officiating that the leagues looked into as a full investigation. We did win that game. Look, we've got access to Jay Rosehill. He is going to play on our team. He's going to be loaned to our team. It is not a professional contract. It's a loan, and it's not a full-time loan. He's going to be bouncing around, kind of like how he'll come to a Drinky show. He'll do Leafs Morning Take. He'll do Department of Discipline. He's bouncing around team to team. That's his vibe. So we'll have a little bit of Jay Rosehill. We'll have a lot of Mandeep. We got RJ and Jack. We need one more ringer. I asked Kami. He's in Scottsdale. We're going to see him the week before. He's not coming up to Jasper. We could use one more ringer. I need ideas, fellas.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right there.
There's
the
our ringer.
Glenn Cross.
Glenny's got like 8 kids. He would love it. I just don't know that. Yeah.
So many kids.
And that's the whole reason. He's got a bunch of kids. He's probably like, yeah,
he's got to get out of there.
I gotta
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. It's for charity, babe. Is it?
We
I'd
could bring
say
Mosser back with his good feet. I liked him as last line of defense.
I'd say Regier, but he might do the clappers right at people's heads. If he
I was going to say someone will die. Reggie's too
He'll see the Oiler colors, and then
Yeah.
he's gonna
Someone will
tunnel
have
of
a
death
Husky
somebody.
jersey on, just watching the thing, and it's just going to be over. He's going to
He'll line up. He'll line up bagged milk, and it'll be over. Reg, what the hell, bud? That's bagged milk.
Yeah. Shouldn't have worn his Hemsky jersey. That's what you get with Reggie.
All right. So that it?
I mean, that's Ask Rhett and Jasper.
All
How
right,
good is
there you
that?
go. Yes,
Double whammy.
Jasper. Yeah, double whammy there, of course. With Tourism Jasper. Plan a ski trip, plan a trip to the mountains, or just plan to get away. Marmot Basin open, skiing, snowboarding. Of course, the Escape card provides 50% off full-day lift tickets. It goes all season long with no blackout dates. Go and check out the website. It's jasper.travel. Simple as that, jasper.travel, and you too can venture beyond and see all that there is to offer up in that beautiful neck of the woods. That's
It's Winter Wonderland. Pretty special.
I got the a sonar from Frank Seravalli, who is coming up once again for it. He is looking to fly into Calgary. Harder to get into Edmonton. He's like, hey, can I come into Calgary? Maybe head up with one of you fellas. So I said, hey, you're damn right you can.
Like that idea a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Now, are you bringing the woman that you live with and or your children?
I don't think so. I think that's the weekend of one of our out of town ringette tournaments in Okotoks.
Perfect. That's amazing.
So we truly have an email. It came out 2 days ago for actually in February for one of our out of town tournaments. It's the hotel booking info for Airdrie.
Oh,
so if you want to book,
what are we doing here?
You want to book your room for Airdrie for our out of town tournament. We need to get.
Do they have the stay to play up there? Is that the thing? Is it a
I
stay?
don't know.
As long as it's got a water slide, that seems to be top priority, right?
Yeah,
water slide.
I mean, you're not wrong. It will be nice at the end of a tournament to not have a 3 or 4 hour drive home, I guess. But whatever.
I'm getting some interest from what
to go up.
Yeah, and last year it did not work at all.
Let her play. There's your ringer.
No.
Yeah, bring her up.
She's become quite a competent skater, but that's quite different than playing pond hockey.
But she can go out for a twirl. They got everything all flooded.
How about one of my little hyenas?
Why would you?
It's
bring
not a
your
bad
kids?
idea.
Why would you bring your kids when you?
Well, I mean, again, it's not my idea. You know how things work.
All right.
It's kind of
No,
like it's like the cabbage rolls, Dean.
Mm-hmm. We have a ringette tournament, so someone has to stay back and shuttle a kid around. So it's going to be solo.
Please do send your resumes in to jack@flamesnation.ca if you're looking to play on the pond hockey tournament.
We'll watch
So Jack,
all the videos.
Yeah, we'll watch it. Don't worry about it. We'll get on this. Now, are you a high level? Did you play some high level hockey, Jack?
Not super high level, but I went to private school. I went to Tambridge. I played hockey growing up. Then I got sick of it and played football.
You went to Tanbridge?
Yep.
My kids went to Tanbridge.
So what would be the highest
God,
level of hockey
I
you
hope
played?
they don't turn out like you.
Like Bantam 1. And then after that, I was done.
Okay. So he's a high-end bantam player. We'll take that. That's not going to hurt us at all. Good hands? D-man, what are you here?
Forward.
Okay.
He can protect the puck. He's good at protecting the puck. He uses
Yeah,
his
I think
body.
he's a good puck protector, yeah. Physical?
Maybe we need some more people on our staff, Ryan, on our scouting staff.
Hooper and a dimer? What do you?
Our Department of Hockey Ops. I feel like we maybe need some extra people because
better
you've really
hope
not
this-
gone far out of the immediate like
Look.
8 to 10 feet that you sit in studio. You brought RJ and Jack.
Well, they're on Flames Nation team because they.
I got it. Yeah.
But we've already secured Mandeep, who's a free agent. We spent a lot of our cap space on Deeper,
Yeah.
but
You know
we
what?
need someone on a veteran exemption.
Go
now.
ahead, Rhett. Go ahead.
Deeper probably has some insights to guys that play.
Oh,
Going to say, why are you not talking to Mandeep about this? He played what trip?
dude, he played quadrant. Yeah, he's good. And the hands. I mean,
The
playing that
hands.
level is one thing, but to play at that level with those hands, whew, that translates.
You know what? We should get Thomas Hickey. We should
T.
get
Hick?
Hicks out. That's what we
Yeah.
need. We need some come on, Ryan.
Well, Rhett's not going to be there, so we don't have to worry about why Rhett hates Thomas Hickey. For some
I'm
reason.
doing my part by taking myself out of the mix. So
I don't like that at all.
why?
That you're taking yourself out of the mix. It's better when you do things. I don't like when you don't do things.
You better pray the Steelers aren't playing as well. That's another
Oh,
problem we're
shoot,
going to
he's
have with
distracted.
Jack.
What is that, like 3 weeks away?
Yeah, they'd have to get
Yeah.
to the divisional weekend. We're good. Yeah.
So much faith. What is that? Like 3 weeks from now?
Yeah. We got one game left, I'm thinking.
So we got to do our football picks coming up, and I don't even know what to do. This guy's not playing. We got Carson Wentz and Sam Darnold playing, and gross.
Yep. And we saw yesterday the lines are really wonky. Baltimore, best team maybe in football. They thumped the Niners a couple weeks ago, and they're dogs by 3.5 points to bleeping Pittsburgh because they're just going to rest everyone. And why wouldn't they? That's your right.
Yeah,
That's why we do
wouldn't they?
fantasy finals in last week, not this week.
Well, there you go. Do play by play. Well, yeah, content. That's what I'll be doing. Some content, sure.
The content guy.
Speaking of point spread and that, let's do our Betway bets.
Oh, yeah.
Betway, get the app on your phone. Speaking of Betway, I heard rumor the Betway boys are coming to Jasper.
They are coming. We might
The
get
Betway
to-
boys are coming to Jasper. Let's
Yep.
go.
I know one of our pals who was down in Nashville is from the Belle Provence, so he'll be a
Yes.
weapon for sure.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking like a nifty right-handed creator,
Huberdeau?
maybe. Hopefully a little better, but yeah, okay.
Florida, Huberto.
They do
Yeah,
the
Florida,
same.
yeah.
They do the same off-season workout on the
Yeah, with
yoga
the
ball, or
balloon.
whatever the hell that
Yeah.
was.
The balloon.
Yeah.
Jeez, we got to find
Get the
that.
Betway app and bet the responsible way with Betway. Let's take a look-see at what we got going into tonight's matchup. I looked at the Flames and Preds. Got to be honest, don't see much there that I like.
Okay.
So I went elsewhere. Florida at Vegas. Vegas is at home. I get Florida's playing really well, but it's Vegas a plus 100 at home money line.
Jeez,
I'm
I
going to
like
give it a
that.
shot. I'm going to give it a shot. And Colorado at Dallas. Jake Ottinger has been injured and is not playing. It's been Wedgwood. Colorado is getting plus
good.
125 on a money line on the road. I'll take the Avs. That'll be a hell of a battle, though.
Those are 4 really good teams, Dino. Like I would be surprised if one of those 4 teams, if not 2, are in the Stanley Cup final. That's
There you
a
go.
nice little slate there tonight.
So just looking at good teams and plus money is what
Love
I'm
it.
doing there.
Yep, I like both those bets. As for Calgary Nashville, this is game 3 of the season series. Noah Hannafin has scored in games 1 and 2 of the season series. Plus 500. This is big game hunting, fellas. Is it likely? No. Could it happen? Well, it's happened twice already this year. Plus 500. If we get a Noah Hannafin anytime goal tonight, I like it. Also, Connor Zeri's cooled off a little bit. That doesn't last long. Guy's a stud. Poise and creativity and plus 120 for a point or more. Love it.
What's the I just thought of it. What would be well, we were talking about the Nashville. What are the anytime goals there? Because you know what? Blake Coleman, he'll want to assert himself as an all-star. He'll be thinking, maybe if I have a good night tonight, I will really cement myself in as an all-star.
So the
And
Blake
you gotta
Goldman.
believe is a country western
Blake
guy,
Goldman.
right?
Yeah, and he can't wait to get back to Texas for the All-Star game.
Plus 200, Blake
Yeah.
Goldman. So not nearly
Blake
as
Goldman. I see
as
what you did
lucrative as the
there.
Hannafin, but he is the team leading goal scorer.
Mhm,
I
mhm.
don't know why you hate him. He's having a career year, Dean.
A bit of an indictment when Blake Coleman's your Ryan. Why?
How many times was he an All-Star Tampa? I'm trying to remember. Never mind. Okay, we'll get back to the Betway bets.
And I got kicked out of the room. Jesus.
Having a great year.
1+
Zary point. Get a Zary point. Let's go, everyone.
Yeah, you know what, Coleman? For a point, minus 105. So
jeez.
Go with the Zary. Go with
Yeah.
the Zary. 13 games in the National Hockey League, which should make it easy for you, but I'm going to ask anyway. I'm going to ask what's on the menu for DoorDash because ordering is easy. Did some DoorDash yesterday. The kids were like, Dad, can we DoorDash? Dad, can we DoorDash? So we had a ringette practice, which was not at a great time. Wife was working. She wasn't going to be home till late. Don't wait for me for supper. It's like, you know what? Boom, DoorDash. Let's do it. So we DoorDashed yesterday. And I can tell you it is easy. If I can do it, you can do it. And unfortunately, I mean, I couldn't get the deal, but you can.
That's
For
right.
a limited time, 25% off and 0 delivery fees on your first order of $15 or more when you download the DoorDash app and enter promo code NATION25, NATION25 to trigger that deal. So there's some hockey, we know that, but and no football. But what's on the menu for DoorDash?
Well, I got a brunch for you and I got a dinner. Brunch, we got USA Finland already underway. It is the semifinal of the World Juniors. The Finns struck first against the heavily favored Americans. So as soon as this fine, intelligent, high-level programming is over, you can hop right over to that World Junior game with a little brunch, Rhett, and then the evening meal. Calgary at Nashville. I'm feeling maybe it's with a hot chicken sandwich in Nashville for the Preds and Flames final battle of 3 in the season series.
There
6
you go.
o'clock. 6 o'clock.
Little DoorDash, get it on. And the nice thing about the DoorDash app, if you know what you're going, we're getting this. You go to DoorDash, you find it. I liked it. It's just kind of like, what do I feel like? I don't know what I feel like. Oh, maybe from there, try something new, try an old reliable. It's all right there on the DoorDash app. And there you go. With that promo code, your first order of $15 or more, you're going to save 25% with Nation25. Dash that for the win with DoorDash. So where would, geometrically speaking, Retro,
Right.
where would you say you are right now? You've been on the road for some time.
About 80 clicks out of Sarnia, the Sting.
Yeah.
Never been to Sarnia. I don't want to go.
Steven Stamkos, was he a Sarnia Sting?
I don't remember.
That sounds right.
Seemed to think he was.
Stamkos, Steven, Sarnia, Sting,
Slippy, slappy, sloppy.
Swami.
Yeah. Interesting, all those little OHL teams up there. You got Peterborough and Sarnia and Oshawa, and then you get around Toronto. And did they even care about junior hockey in Toronto? I feel like they don't. It's Leafs or nothing else.
Yeah, I mean, didn't Don Cherry have the Mississauga Ice Dogs for a while, but that moved to Niagara?
Yeah.
Like it's
Brampton Battalion were a thing for a little bit there.
Yeah, it's been a tough go.
Speaking of the Leafs, did you see the reports kind of swirling about Willie Nylander?
Well, it sounds like they're closer to a deal, but these Nylander deals have been incredibly difficult to get done. All of them except his entry level, which is easy. I mean, the last one, he went right to the midnight on the end of November deadline, nearly missed the full year. But he's having a monster year. He was great in the playoffs last year. I think he's got points in all but 2 games this year, something like that. He's been awesome. Good time to have a career year, if any other UFAs are listening.
North of 11 seems to be the rumor.
I mean, yeah, I think if you're looking at market value, if you're like, let's say you're in Chicago and it's the summer and you're like, this Connor Bedard kid is something, but we got to find some other pieces. Like, would you not pay way more than 11 to get William Nylander on that team?
I don't know if it has anything to do with with Bedard or
No,
not.
what I mean is that on the market he'll get 11, and if you're the Leafs, he's a guy that wants to get paid market. So there we are. Like it's going to be a lot of money because he's a really good player and he would command it. That's all I'm saying.
If he was on a different team where he's kind of the guy,
Yeah,
without a Marner and Matthews and that,
Yeah.
are we looking at the same thing? Is he better than we're seeing right now? Is he not as
he's
good?
better than Marner the last little bit. I'd prefer him to Marner right now. I would not have said that 2 seasons ago.
He's had a hell of a year.
And last year was phenomenal as well.
Yeah.
I think if you had to pick between Marner and Nylander, I think you're picking Nylander, and they may be doing that because Marner's deal's up next year.
So what do they do there if you've got all those guys?
Well, and he's the local guy, and the family sometimes can be a headache. It seems like I don't know. I would not be surprised if it's okay. Tavares only has a year or two left. That is what it is. We're building around Matthews. We're building around Nylander, and Marner's our trade chip to go get either a number one defenseman, a number one goalie, or you just again stay super heavy on forwards with your cap. But to be fair, it just hasn't really worked that well, unfortunately, in the playoffs for them to have all that money tied up in not goalies and defensemen.
Have to get some young guys in there, right? Some guys that aren't making the knives, and get some kids in there that are on entry level. And
yeah, Robertson, waiting for him still.
Sorry, Retro, go ahead, man.
Go ahead.
It'd be nice if you had at least if you least as far as or a goaltender. It's tough without either.
Yes, from what I think I heard you say, it's they don't have an elite decor nor an elite goalie, and if you gave them one or even two of those things with that forward group, look out.
They could really use a Chris Tanev.
And a Markstrom. And a Hannafin.
Or a Hannafin. Yeah, they could really use that. I'm not sure what Treliving's doing out there.
They could have used a Zadorov too. It sounded like they wanted, it was quite the package that was offered for Tanev and Zadorov, but salary retention was the issue.
I know Brad watches a lot. Brad, you don't want to be left at the altar. You don't want that to happen.
Remember when you went and got Tyler Toffoli, like well out of the deadline, like 6 weeks ahead? You got your shopping done early, worked out great.
You did. Yeah.
Do it again.
Remember when you almost had Mark Stone and you almost had Jack Eichel? Remember that empty
they got the
feeling
better
inside?
Stone. I'm not too worried about that.
Oof. Just how that pit in your stomach that you were so close, but you came up short. You don't want to feel that again. What's another first round pick? Just throw it in there and be done with it.
Yeah. Get Tanev right now. Let's get this done. You know what? We'll even.
He doesn't need to play in Nashville. He's all hung over. He'll be shit tonight anyway. We'll keep him out of the lineup. We'll send him because they're down in California. They were playing the Ducks or whatever last night.
Yeah, the LA Anaheim
Matthews,
swing.
Gets
30th.
30th. Jeez.
30 and 35, guys. I was talking about this last night with some pals. We're not far off from a 50 and 50 chase. And that's one of the things I am yearning for massively in my lifetime, to see another 50 and 50 chase. It feels like it's been ages since we had someone with like 5 or 10 games to go flirting with 50 and 50. That would be so cool.
It would be. It's a hell of a pace, though.
He's on pace for 70.
I know.
But you're right. Like 50 and 50 is on pace for 82. That's an incredibly torrid vibe. Like that's
can't have many off nights.
No. And he's had 3 hat tricks already? Like it's impressive stuff.
Do you think Rhett can hear us, or
I don't know.
I can hear you.
Can you?
Okay, good. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Because we're kind of losing you a little bit there.
Whoever the mayor of Peterborough is.
It's very foggy and
yeah, better Wi-Fi.
Port Hope or whatever the hell it is.
It looks like there's a cell tower just.
Well, tell your wife to drive faster.
Yeah, looks maybe a water tower, judging the connection.
Yeah, that's the CN tower. How do we feel about this game tonight? Nashville, both teams on back-to-back wins. Nashville's been the hotter of the two, although the Flames, nothing to sneeze at, I suppose.
Sweater vest, 2 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
I think you got 2 hardworking clubs, Dino, 2 good goaltenders, and probably just because the game's going to be so good, they'll give you a little extra hockey for free.
Oh, good. And because I'm doing the post-game.
Afterburner. That's right. Yeah. It is an earlier start, though.
Points in 7 of their last 9 for the Flames.
Really?
That's right. Mucky middle. Although, as you said yesterday,
Six
Just
teams, Ross.
focus. There's
6 teams under 500. That's it. Flames
Mhm.
are 500.
They are 500.
6.
Where will we find you tomorrow, Warner? Rink, hotel,
Probably in
car?
my truck again.
Truck?
Hotel, vehicle. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sundowner? Where are you going to be tomorrow?
No, there's not.
So
it's
is
way
this
too far from there?
there's
It'll
no
be-
sun there. So is this the whole family, or is it just the one young gentleman?
just the one boy. The other two are staying home. Doing
School?
about grandma and grandpa, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
House
Oh yeah,
party.
because we're big in school, you know.
I was gonna say, do they go to school, or have you got them?
They're on the AI program,
feel
Dean.
like
They
it.
don't believe in school. Yeah.
Yeah, the AI
When they
just
feel like
reading
it.
charts. Yeah, charts and graphs and stuff. Yeah. All right, man. Enjoy the game tonight. George says there's a bar at the hotel, so maybe that's where we'll find you.
That's where I'll find him.
I was going to say, we'll know where Georgie is. Did George ever get his paws on that BB, the Barn Burner Blonde? Because I know he was trying to get it
BB's.
shipped.
There's a lot of talk from the fellows down here about getting it. They want to import it for Origin. He wants to be the big importer for it.
He does, eh?
Yeah.
Get you in
Well,
touch.
Ozzy Brad's got the Southern Hemisphere, and you could take the States.
Yeah.
My boy Georgie.
Well, it sounds like his interests are in the right spot. It doesn't sound like he's trying to make a quick buck or anything. It sounds like he's really just looking to promote the brand. So we appreciate that, George. Dirtball. That'll do it. Have a fine rest of your day. We'll talk Predators and Flames tonight. Myself and Kame Kepke on the Afterburner. Then tomorrow, a little Friday show, the return of Darren Dreger. Haven't talked to Dregs for a couple of weeks. Dregs will be back on the show tomorrow, and our look back as well on the Preds and Flames. Have yourself a fine day, everybody. Support the sponsors, subscribe and like, and be good to people. They'll appreciate it. Make you feel better. See you, buddies.